Okay, we will continue Palo Alto device. Today we'll discuss about DNS, how to configure the DNS and NTP server in Palo Alto device. Okay, we'll go forward for the first slide, and you can see here the services we want to mention. In the device tab we want to mention the services. We will find the DNS and NTP. Okay, don't forget, in the device tab we want to go for the services over here. We want to mention the services. DNS and a domain name system and NTP network time protocols are the services we are using. That for the things, it's mandatory to give the DNS and NTP. Okay, in services you can see the DNS primary NTP server, secondary day server, proxy server. Okay, we are not going, this is not configured yet, so we want to configure these things. We want to click here, we want to click here, and we just want to mention these much things. Okay, and we have an option to mention the DNS proxy. If you have any DNS proxy, we can mention the DNS proxy also here. Otherwise you just mention the primary DNS server 8.8.8.8, like that. You just mention 8.8.8.8 DNS server IP, and secondary DNS, any IP you can give here, any your DNS IP, and primary NTP server, and primary secondary NTP server update. Okay, that is sort of update of the, that is through the Palo Alto network itself. And a proxy server, if you have any proxy server, you can mention the things about the proxy server here. And at last you want to commit this, you don't forget to commit the changes, it's mandatory. And move it in the next slide. Okay, we completed this much simple. It's very simple to configure the what DNS and what NTP server, only this process. But we want to look to some more things. There is a process called service route configuration. You can see some features, services features. Service route configuration is the, it's important to understand what is service route configuration. You can see in the next page, if you click here, if you click in the service route configuration, you can see this page. Okay, this page. Okay, here you can see, here you can see the by default every, you want to know that by default every services are in default to management interface. Okay, we want to change, that means every process that is happening through the management interface only. Okay, if we want to process our NTP or our DNS server to any other interface, any other outside interface or inside interface, like their zone interface, we want to mention here. You can see I mentioned two IP address here for the Palo Alto updates, and DNS I mentioned one this IP, and like this, and TP also I mentioned another IP. We want to specify that, and we want to click OK and save, commit the changes, otherwise it will not replicate. We don't forget to commit the changes. Okay, and we want to know about some licensing features also. Licensing, you can see here in the licensing, we can download the appropriate license, and for certain URL filtering, now I download the URL filtering license, and you can see here the download status is downloaded in this time, and you can see if you want to download it, we can download it. Okay, like this. License also, it's mandatory to know. Okay, how to reboot. Okay, now we want to know some basic idea, the Palo Alto device rebooting and shutdowning this Palo Alto device. How we can do that? It's nothing, it's very easy. Here, out here in the device, go to the device tab. First you want to go to the device tab. Okay, just click the device tab. In the device tab, we usually use management operation services, but not here, not services. We are mentioning the operations. In device tab, we want to mention the operation. Okay, so the shutdown and reboot is some sort of operations we are using. Okay, so that's we want to go to the operation. If you go to the operation, you will see a tab like this. Here you can see our people to reboot the device operations is there, and here some management things are there, and here the device operation. If you want to reboot the device, you just click the rebooting device and shut down the device also here. Okay, you got the idea, the basic idea to do the rebooting and shutdown. Okay guys, that's all about today, and we will continue tomorrow.